I just turned 30, and I like being in my 30s now. It's nice. I'm trying to manifest a whole new 30s guy for me. You know, like instead of drinking beer, I'm only going to drink wine now. I'm a wine guy now. I decided that. Just one day I woke up, I was like, it's only wine from here on out. Just Chardonnay. It's going to be great. You know why? Because beer drunk will make you like yell at your friends. Wine just makes you like whisper about love languages. Right? Like you won't catch me at a party doing a keg stand, but you will see me in the corner with a Chardonnay, like, you know what? I'm actually words of affirmation. I know, right? It fits me so well. I know. White wine makes me feel like I want to divorce a husband I don't have yet. Anyone else have that? I moved to North Carolina recently. I'm not from here. And had I known when I moved here that they were going to ban porn, I would have turned that ship around, bro. I don't know. I didn't know you could just ban it. Like you could just take it away. Just whoo, it's gone. I just woke up one day and everyone was like, "Yeah, we're using our imagination now. Get used to it." It's a crazy thing for like the government to focus on. Like out of all the things, like we have like real problems in North Carolina. We're like 48th in education, which means that our state government was like, "Look, we don't know how to teach our kids how to read, but we can stop them from Googling titties. We can." And listen, I stumbled over that joke, but it's okay. I agree with the premise of it. Love Clapter. It's the best. So now what happens, like when you go to the website, right? It doesn't matter what porn site you go to, the same lady pops up on screen. I don't know what her role is. I don't know if she's like the CEO of porn or she's just the only one who wanted the job. I'm not sure. But she pops up on the screen. She goes, "Hey, you're going to want to see this. I understand, but you can't now." That's a bummer. But, you know, if that makes you upset, just go ahead and call your senator. And I'm looking at her like, now? I don't think this is the best time for that. Who do you think I am, Louis C.K.? I'm not going to make a phone call right now. What am I supposed to say if my senator picks up the phone? "Hey, Barbara, you got a second for me to talk to you about why I'm losing this erection?" No re-election without erection, Barbara. Get on it. Also, I've never called a senator before. I can't have the first time be about porn. That's not a good look for me. I can't have elected officials knowing I never called about climate change, never called about abortion, but I was super vocal about porn. It's like some law they pass where you have to like give them a bunch of personal information now before you can, you know, see the good stuff. And when I saw that, I got upset. And that's the first time I've ever been political in my life. And I'm a hypocrite because when Facebook asked for all of our data, I said nothing. But then the moment Pornhub was like, "How old are you?" I was like, "Data privacy is a human right." Don't you dare ask me if I'm 18, that's offensive. I moved here from San Francisco, and I thought, I was like, oh, Raleigh's a city, San Francisco is a city. How different could it be, really, you know? And then I got here, and I was in downtown Raleigh, and I saw a guy dressed in head-to-toe camo, and I was like, okay, but you're in front of a bank, though, you know? So, like, you kind of stand out when you think about it. I was like, we don't think you're part of the forest. We just think you're part of the Capitol riots, to be honest with you. I didn't realize when I moved here I was going to get an Amber Alert text every week here. Is it that easy to steal a kid in North Carolina? I don't know. It's good. Like a hot market? I don't get it. You ever get an Amber Alert text, then get jealous of the guy's car? Right? Like, how am I doing worse than a fugitive, right? Doesn't feel nice at all. Dude, I got one recently. I looked at my phone. It said 2023 Lexus LS. I almost threw my phone across the room. Dude, that's a Motor Trend car of the year, okay? Is he making car payments on the run? Like, how do you even do that? I've never committed a crime my whole life. I barely have airbags, okay? That car has all the safety features. That kid is fine. I'm not calling in shit. That kid went from a broken home to a best-in-class vehicle. That's an upgrade. You're on your own, Timmy. You're on your own, buddy. When I first moved here, I only knew one guy, and so I asked that guy, I was like, hey man, how do I make friends here? How do I meet people so I can stop hanging out with you? And he goes, all right, this is what you do. You join a kickball team. And I was like, I don't think you heard me. I want to meet adults. He was like, that's what it is, man. It's an adult kickball league. And I was like, all right, let me rephrase that. I want to meet cool ones. I want to meet cool adults. I don't think kickball's cool. I can prove it. I showed up for the first kickball game. These are people in their 30s and 40s, and they're like quizzing me about how recently I've played kickball. They're like, we play a couple times a week here. I don't know, how recently have you played? And I was like, do you see braces on these teeth, Junior? I have not played. How would I even play recently? Run down to an elementary school, wait for recess? Kick some kid out of shortstop? Someone asked me if I brought my own kickball. I thought to own a kickball, you had to like be a school. I thought that was like the whole deal. You open up a school to give you a kickball. I met the captain of the kickball team. This dude was insane. He was like, I come home from work, I kiss my wife on the cheek, and then I go play kickball with my friends. And I was like, all right, do you think your wife's not cheating on you? If she's not, she should start. You're terrible. My favorite thing to do right now, my like guilty pleasure, I love true crime so much. I love it. Yeah, white wine and true crime. I'm gonna start a podcast after this. It's gonna be me and that table right there. I feel like, yeah. No, I knew. I love, it's the best. I do have there's one thing that I don't quite understand. Can the 911 operators hurry the fuck up? Every time they pick up the phone, they just sound annoyed to be on the phone. It's like, yeah, you know who else isn't jazzed to be on this call right now? This is not the time for 21 questions, Deborah. Time is of the essence. I heard this one 911 caller, or 911 operator, this is the question she asked. She goes, sir, what's your relationship with the guy who stabbed you? Not a good one. You're not going to believe this. We're not friends anymore. That's why I called you. Send help. This is terrible. She's like, I just think your mother's made a name first, and then we'll get someone out there. I made the mistake of watching True Crime with my girlfriend recently, which I didn't realize it was a mistake, but then, the entire time she was just trying to get me to convince her that I wouldn't do the terrible men on screen were doing. She would pause the documentary every 5 minutes to be like, you would never do that, right? And I was like, I don't know, why don't you keep pausing and find out? It's getting pretty annoying. She thinks that I have a serial killer trait. Do you guys know what this is? Okay, you look like you've never heard of that in your entire life. Yeah. I'll tell you what it is right now. A serial killer trait is something that you do often that your partner doesn't like about you. But instead of telling you in like a normal way, they just compare you to a serial killer. They'll be like, oh my God, you work out without headphones? That's so weird. You know who also did that? Probably Hitler. My serial killer trait, according to her, is that I like to drink milk. Right? I didn't think it was weird. I'm kind of mad that you're the one guy who fist bumped me for that, but it's just me and this guy. It's nothing weird. We're just at a restaurant drinking milk together. There's nothing wrong about that. I didn't realize it was a weird thing to do, okay? I did it when I was young, and I just kept doing it. I didn't realize that everyone else stopped. No one CC'd me on that email. I'm not weird about it. I don't like put it in a Nalgene and take it to go. Just drinking at the end of the day like a hardworking American. She hates it so much. It's the first time she ever saw me doing it. She came home from work, I was drinking milk on the couch, and she acted like I was vaping with a baby. She was like, you can't do that in here, take it outside. I don't want, that's the new couch. I don't like that at all.